Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Tuesday, January 28th, 2020. Would like to bring you all an update to a story I brought you yesterday pertaining to a shooting in Lisle, Illinois, pertaining to a lady and some gentlemen, state troopers that were in a cigar bar. And I want to give you a brief update. It's not a lot of information, but it's a little bit more than what some of you may have heard. And I'm going to read you the information brought to you by Channel 2 News, CBS Chicago. Updated yesterday on the 27th at 10:54 p.m. Police in Lisle announced Monday that they had found writing on the wall of a gunwoman's condo that suggested a personal motive for a shooting that killed a retired state trooper and injured two others. As CBS 2's Charlie DeMar reported, High Park apartment complex where Lisa Mcmullan lived is a sprawling maze of units, but police were only interested in apartment 503, where Mcmullan lived. Late Monday, it was secured with a padlock and its door frame had sustained notable damage. But behind that busted door, written on a wall of Mcmullan's condominium, were the words, "I hate you. Hope you two die," Lisle police said. The wall also listed the name of Greg Reeves, the retired trooper who was killed, and another man. The second man whose name appeared on the wall was not at the humidor of Lisle Cigar Lounge when the shooting took place, police said. Despite that discovery, a clear motive for the shooting has yet to be determined, police said. The Humidor Cigar Lounge reopened Monday after being closed since the shooting Friday night. As CBS 2's Stephen Graves reported, local customers came back undeterred, but still a little unnerved. "I wanted to show support," one Cigar Lounge patron said. "It brings that reality," added Cigar Lounge member Jane McKenzie. "It's a sad reality." Mcmullan, 51, shot Reeves, also 51, and two others before turning the gun on herself and taking her own life. Reeves was killed when he was shot in the head. A current trooper, Caton Bullock, 48, and a retired ISP special agent, Lloyd Graham, 55, were hurt in the shooting. Newly released calls between police and dispatchers paint a frantic Friday night inside the lounge. "We have a mass casualty. I have an unknown shooter," a dispatcher is heard saying. An officer is then heard saying, "I need everybody inside. I need 4 ambulances staged." It took about 7 minutes for police to secure the scene. As for the investigation, police talked to one of the surviving victims on Monday. State police said Monday that Bullock and Graham were recovering and their conditions remain stable. Authorities said previously Mcmullan knew Reeves but have not said how. Confused customers have good memories of both Reeves and Mcmullan. "I swear none of it made any sense," a man said, adding of Reeves, "This is one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet." Of Mcmullan, another man said, "She sat back and smoked her cigars. She enjoyed her cigars. She always had a thing where she would spray air freshener just to take that staleness out," McKenzie said. Mcmullan also had a valid firearm owner's identification, owner ID holder, and also had a concealed carry permit, and she had no previous run-ins with the police. But on Monday night, investigators were focusing on what Mcmullan left on her own walls, and they called the shooting personal. CBS 2 Graves checked for previous calls to Mcmullan's home, but nothing was found. CBS 2's Graves checked for CBS 2's Stephen Graves contributed to this report. This information is brought to you by CBS Chicago 2 News. Okay. Woo, mercy. So, as you see, the people had decent things to say about them that patronized the Humidor Cigar Lounge. Of course, naturally, maybe they don't really know them well. They just knew of them being there, so they can only speak of what they knew of them. I want to bring you all a little bit of information, but since there is information circulating that the two attended the same high school, that was reported that Lisa Mcmullan and Mr. Reeves attended the same Proviso East High School in Maywood in the 80s, but her mother gave a statement to the news that she went to the now shuttered Cathedral High School on the near north side. So I don't know. Can't say the mother is lying. She would know where her child went to school. I don't know. Maybe she went 1 or 2 years at this Proviso High, and then maybe she went another year or 2 at the Cathedral High School. I don't know. But this is just a statement that the mother is saying she went to Cathedral High School. Okay. The interesting things I've learned about this storyline thus far is that Miss Mcmullan, Lisa, sat behind Mr. Reeves and the other state troopers in the same room when she got up to draw her weapon and shoot him first in the head, then shoot the other two gentlemen, and then shooting herself in the head and taking her own life. So she was in the same room. So as I stated in the previous article I read to you yesterday, no one heard of an altercation or words being exchanged. Everyone seemed like they were getting along, but for the record, they all were in the same room smoking cigars. She sat behind him in the said room. When the police went to her apartment, her condo in Hyde Park, they found written on the wall, "I hate you. Hope you too die," with both names of the men. One, the victim that she shot at the cigar lounge, and one who was not present. It has been said that all three know each other. The three guys who were shot in the cigar lounge, the three victims, the one that's deceased and the other two that are in the hospital, that they all knew of each other. They all were state troopers, so maybe they knew each other from work. Okay. It has also been reported that Mcmullan and Reeves frequent the cigar bar at the same time. It has not been verified that they came together, but they had been seen on occasion at the cigar bar at the same time. Due to the video, there's a video that took place that fateful night on Friday night of the crime, and that video will not be released because of the Freedom of Information Act that says withholding personal information, if released, would constitute a clearly unwarranted invasion of personal privacy. So right now, that video will not be released because I guess obviously it's violating her civil rights to privacy, the lady that committed the crime. And also, no public reports will be released of the 911 calls. Those will not be released to preserve the integrity of the investigation, and that was released by the Loud Police Department. So, what I want to say to you all for my commentary, mercy. Contradictory statements about them, Mr. Reeves and Mcmullan attending the same high school. Did they attend the same high school or not? Who put out that rumor? Because now the mother is saying she went to Cathedral on the north side. I don't know. The fact that she was sitting in the same room, and there was no altercation, no words spoken, no arguing. So, did she carry the gun there on purpose to murder Mr. Reeves? What was the relationship between she and Mr. Reeves? The clincher also is the other guy's name that was written on the wall of her apartment, besides Mr. Reeves. Does he frequent the Humidor bar? Because now the plot thickens with, she scribbled two names on that wall. One of those persons' names was the victim that she shot first at the Humidor cigar bar. The second person's name that was written on her apartment wall that she said she hated and wanted to die, he was not present at the cigar bar. So does he frequent that bar? Where was he at? And have mercy. What could be going through his mind right now? You hear what I'm saying? Can you imagine finding out that that your name was written on the wall of a person who shot and killed people in a room, murdered your friend, associate, or whatever, shot two other people who are now in stable condition, then that person turned the gun on herself, and your name is scribbled on their walls saying that they hate you and wish you would die, and you're alive. Oh yes. Was it perhaps she did go there waiting, hoping to see all two persons there, but she only caught one? And so my mind is going like, wow, turning flips, because I am really curious to know if the second guy whose name was on that wall that she stated that she hated and wanted to die, if he also frequented the cigar lounge. And was she hoping that he would also be present at that bar that night? And can you imagine what he must be going through? Because you know the police have notified him of what transpired Friday night, and that his name was written on that wall And why would this woman, a 51-year-old woman, have your name on her wall stating that she hates you and wants you and another guy to die? And that guy is now deceased. This is a riveting story, a riveting tale out of Loud, Illinois, right outside of Chicago, my home. But my goodness gracious, I must say this is mind blowing, especially to be an African American woman myself, a single woman myself, and to see that a woman just a few years older than myself murdered a man and shot two other gentlemen in a cigar bar and then turned a gun on herself. This is sad because I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened between all parties. I don't know why she decided to murder this man and shoot the other two guys. I don't know why she scribbled those things on her wall about the two guys, and one happened to she ended up killing him in that cigar bar. But you have to know something went on between these people. And as I've stated in my comments below, I don't know the magnitude of the relationship between Lisa and this gentleman. I don't know if they messed around, they had sexual relations, they dated, what? Her family saying they dated, I don't know. His family saying no, but naturally, as I tell you, people don't discuss their personal business. Men are very secretive about who they date in court. We all know the game. But to end up dead is one thing. And I've seen some snide remarks in the comments below under the news YouTube channels. You know, we don't know everything, so it's not good to make nasty comments about people until we know all the facts. And no, we should never wish death on anyone. But some people are making comments that it's karma, but we do not know yet. And I don't want to give any commentary that will be derogatory towards either party until I get more understanding and verification of who is who and why this woman would murder this man and attempt to murder these other two gentlemen, and obviously would have killed that other guy had he been there or frequent the bar. What in the hell happened with these people? Because something went wrong with sister. And this is sad. This is sad for the African American culture. To see a woman of this age, 51, murdering people in a bar and then killing herself. What could have been so bad about life or any type of involvement with these people that would lead her to go ham like this? And then one could argue, well, maybe she didn't really want the other two dead, but maybe they would have stopped her from doing what she did. Well, believe me, she shot. She didn't miss. And I can't say and think for a deceased person what her motives were, why she did this. Nonetheless, it was wrong. You know, even if they did something horrible to her, said something horrible, I might bite my words later because I don't really, I don't know, but I'm just saying, just from what I'm looking at, it was a horrible act itself. Even if he broke her heart, even if he lied to her, many of us as women have been lied to. We have been misled. We have willingly went in sad, sap-ass relationships, excuse my language, but we all have, because we're all guilty of dealing with people who didn't mean us any good. And like I said, I do not know the circumstances of her involvement with Mr. Reeves, but I do believe they knew of each other. I believe her family, when they say they had an involvement with one another, I believe that. I don't think they would lie about that. I don't believe they would lie about that. And the fact they attended the same high school, if true, well, we all know Chicago isn't as big as people may think it is. You cross people's paths every day just going to work. You don't know them, but you see the same person riding the L, riding the bus to work. Because I used to pass the same people going to work every day, riding the train into downtown Chicago. I didn't know them, but I passed them every day. So I really can't say it was a connection there just because they could have attended the same high school. But this is a riveting tale out of Loud, Illinois. I mean, this is riveting to me, baffling to me. I've been doing all my research before jumping on because I like to get a different feel and take of different storylines pertaining to a set subject. That way I can give you something more than what I brought you the day before or previous days. And so far, we're getting information about a school. Then the mother's retracting and saying, no, they didn't go to the same school. Officials are saying they did know each other, but they don't know the extent of their relationship. It is also stated that the three gentlemen, one that died and the two that are wounded, They all three knew each other, so they all were sitting around having a good time. And Miss Mcmullan was sitting in the background, lying in wait, perhaps, scolded, mad, angry, was trying to feel better, trying to feel good. Maybe she said something to him, maybe he ignored her. And she just so happened to have her weapon on her. I mean, it is a city. She had a permit. She was legal as far as carrying a permit and license and everything. Was something said to her? In passing, as I stated, was something murmured? Was there a chuckle, a laugh, a joke? She knew it was about her. See, who knows? But we know something went on with all these people because the writing on her wall was on the wall before she went on the shooting rampage. So she felt some type of way about these men. Now, I don't know if these other two were just casualties of war or what, but nonetheless, they were injured and could have also been deceased. I don't know what to say. I went looking for a Facebook page because someone had mentioned that she had a crazy look on her face. People were making snide remarks on some guy's comment page about her. And naturally, the opposite side are making nasty jokes about her. Several Caucasian men are making nasty remarks. And my thing is, this isn't the time to make jokes about her face and how she looks and her state ID or driver's license. Come on, you too old for that. This isn't the time and place for that. And I don't know why people stoop to the level of making jokes about people when people murder people or there's a dead person involved. This is not the time to make jokes about the killer or the victims. You ought to have a little more class about yourself. Because we haven't proven anything and nothing's been proven by the police about what actually went on with these people. So that's why sometimes it's best to keep your nasty, foul comments to yourself. But as we know with social media, people get on comment pages and discussion groups and things and Facebook pages, and they go ham and just let it all hang out because they think they know everything that's going on. And naturally, some men will make snide remarks because she was a woman who shot a man dead. Oh, she was infatuated, one guy said. How do you know she was infatuated? We don't even know what happened. We don't know what was done to her. We don't know if he did something sly and sneaky to her, something that could have violated her health. You know where I'm going with that. So that's why I say sometimes it's best to let the evidence come out before you start making rash comments and judgments. I don't agree with what she did, but I also don't know why she did it. And I will wait to see what evidence is brought forth, if any. Hoping a true friend, genuine friend, will tell the truth if they know of anything. And I can't wait to hear from the two guys that are in stable condition, praying they pull through so they can give us some type of inkling of what the hell went on. And the guy whose name is scrolled on the wall, my goodness, how lucky you must feel, sir. How lucky you must feel that baby girl didn't cross your path on Friday night. And I'm keeping this 100 because she felt some type of way about you as well. And I don't know what you did to that queen, what you said to her, and maybe it's nothing. Maybe she has mental issues. Maybe she was just angry at the world. I don't know. But I believe all of you knew of each other. And for somebody to scribble your name on their wall and say they hate you and wanted you to die alongside another man, and then she kills that same man in a cigar bar and shot two others sitting with him, lets me know she wasn't playing. And perhaps somebody violated her in some form or fashion. And I don't have to agree with what you did or didn't do, but she took it some type of way. All I can say is to everybody out here, you might want to be a little nicer to people and treat people with respect and dignity, because you never know what little small thing might set a person off. Because as you see with some people, it doesn't take very much. And for some, it takes a lot for them to decide to go ham and end your life. This is my message to all of you out there. Thanks for joining me on this wonderful Tuesday. Like and share. Drop your comments below. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. New subscribers, those just stopping in. I value your commentary, as long as it's respectful. Please let me know what you feel, what you think about this storyline. And tomorrow is the Queen's birthday. She will be 49 years old. And I tell you, after watching this and listening to this story, I'm grateful and I'm humble that I don't have these problems. Could I have these problems? If I allowed myself to go there, of course. But I would never allow myself to get to that point. And I pray I never do. end up where this lady ended up. And it gave me something to ponder on. As a black woman and a single woman dating in this world, sometimes you just have to walk on by. Thanks, you guys, for listening. Thanks for everything. My supporters. I'll talk to you guys later. Until the next video. Bye-bye.